Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So we're early again. It's about a hour and about 40 minutes early. So I saw him about 50 minutes ago, or he saw me actually. I was in the kitchen and I was getting things sorted for dinner, and he was on deck near the round table, and he saw me through the window and decided to come to the door. So you've been waiting, huh? So it took me about 50 minutes to get everything together. Okay, so I have a treat for you tonight. I got fancy cat food tonight. It's turkey and turkey liver. Looks really expensive. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it out. Kind of expecting him to hiss there, but it's good he didn't. Okay, so I'm going to switch water. Okay. Got a lot left today. So it was actually a really nice day today. So put your new water in. So it wasn't too hot. Put the glove on. And already wants the cheek rubs. So as I was saying, the weather was really nice today. And there are no clouds, but it wasn't hot. So it was just a really nice day. Uh-oh. It's a cough. Hope you're not going to throw up tonight. Got really good food tonight. So, I wasn't sure what to expect from the weather today, since it's been kind of weird for the past week. No coughing, huh? So when I got up, checked the weather, and basically it looked like it's going to be a relatively nice day. There were clouds this morning, and so it was actually cooler this morning because of the clouds. And then the weather forecast was it was going to heat up throughout the day, and it wasn't going to be like hot, but it was going to be warmer. So if I wanted to do a run today, which I did, temperature-wise, it seemed like it'd be better to go early because it was going to be cooler, and then just increase throughout the entire day, and then not really cool down in the afternoon or evening until way after sunset. So fortunately, it took me a while to find a good stopping point to actually go for my run. So by the time I was ready and able, it was getting close to noon. But checking the weather report, even at high noon, temperature-wise, it was still going to be better than this afternoon. The big problem was the sun intensity. and the weather report doesn't really answer that question. So I debated it for a little bit, and I felt like I wanted to get the run done now. I don't want to do it later today. So I went for my run, and then it was really nice in the shaded parts. In the unshaded parts, though, yeah, I was starting to feel the sun bear down on me. It wasn't as bad as the past several weeks. It only felt 10 degrees hotter instead of 15 degrees hotter or 20 degrees hotter. So I did better on my run today than I think I've done in the past several runs, maybe more. Actually, yeah, it was probably better than... Yeah, since I was sick with food poisoning, yeah. So you haven't had a good run in a while. Because, yeah, that was food poisoning, then the heat. So I wouldn't call today a good run, but it's still kind of on the slow side. But I think it was at least respectable. So it was kind of within my normal bounds, on the lower end of my bounds, but, you know, it wasn't like my terrible times I've had the past couple times. So that's my silver lining. No volleyball games today. So the tennis courts were completely full. I saw that cat with the black cat that sits out in the middle of the field. So I saw him a bunch of times as I did my laps. He was moving quite around a lot. And he didn't mind the sun. So I got a closer look at him at one point, because, yeah, he was walking closer to the path at one point. I'm starting to question if the cat I saw that I thought kind of looked like Boots was this cat. Because when I got a closer look at him, he didn't look... My first impression was, this doesn't look like Boots. There's similarities, but yeah, I was like, no, this isn't Boots. Whereas the other cat, I was struggling to figure out, is this Boots, or is this like a cat that looks a lot like Boots? The problem is they're both black cats with, you know, white features and white feet. But this cat, yeah, he didn't... I thought his nose didn't seem as white. And then he seemed skinnier. So Boots are skinnier and smaller. So Boots is kind of a big cat. So next time I see a cat that looks like Boots out there, I'm going to have to take a really hard look again. Try to figure it out. And then, yeah, a lot of squirrels out today again. So the squirrels still haven't learned, and, you know, a couple of them ran right in front of me and then turned around because not very smart. Going to get run over by me. Okay, I think Scruffy's starting to calm down here, so I think I'm going to give him his food. Ready for your food? One more rub there. Probably this, and then on your other side. Huh? Where does this sit? Okay, he just wants this side here. Okay, we'll do it. No, he wants this side, huh? He's turning away. Now he's turning towards me. Okay, I'm with the other side now. Nope, just on this side, huh? Okay, well, let's get you your food. Okay. Ready for your food? Okay, so this is the... Sorry, I'm just getting the brush. So this is... I think it says turkey and turkey liver. So I'm told that this is the... one of the gourmet cat foods that my neighbor's cat turned her nose up at. They have a purebred Maine Coon. Pretty expensive cat, from what I heard. And so they also buy the really good food for the cat. And apparently, the food, cat was really picky, didn't like it. So they didn't know what to do with the food. And so when I went asking, do you have any spare cans of cat food? I said, yeah, we got a bunch of food our cat won't eat. Fancy, expensive cat food. So Scruffy better eat it. Because he's not an expensive cat. He doesn't get the pick. So yeah, I think I'll try to include a picture of the can if I remember. So yeah, I forgot what the can said, but yeah, there are things that make it sound like it's premium food. I think, yeah, words grain free, everything on there. And then made in USA, I think, was on there. I looked at the ingredient list, and yeah, the first ingredients, I think actually I did see turkey. So there's some other stuff in there, I'm assuming are probably mostly preservatives and other things, so you can keep it in on your shelf for a while. But the fact that they have real turkey and not a lot of byproduct stuff, probably implies that it's pretty good cat food. The texture of it, I was kind of surprised. It's kind of a pate. It's very soft though compared to the other pates that I've been buying. So this one, it almost melts. It's very liquidy, very soft. Basically, the meaty pates I've been giving a Scruffy, they're pretty solid. So when I try to mix them in with the kibble, there's quite a bit of resistance. So I gotta stir, put some force into my stirring to make sure all the kibble and pate mixed together. This one, it was almost like mixing, I wouldn't say soup, it's not that bad, but mixing pudding maybe. So yeah, it's really soft. Almost like a liquid. Didn't smell too bad either. So Scruffy looks like he's eating it, so it's probably one of the best meals you're ever going to get. The rotisserie chicken and chicken skin I used to give him, it's probably still up there at the top. So I saw Scruffy today, kind of throughout the day. So yeah, this morning I saw him on the deck. Sun was breaking through. So he was halfway under the round table and halfway exposed, so he was getting some sun. So he's partially sunbathing. It's kind of cool, as I said this morning. So I guess, yeah, he wanted the sun to heat up. And then didn't see him kind of midday. And then later this afternoon I saw him again on the deck near the railing, and he was still sunbathing. But the railing was giving him some shade. So he's kind of half exposed again. And then, yeah. And then I mentioned, yeah, about an hour ago, he saw me. And then he actually had that kind of happy expression on his face. He seemed happy to be seeing me. And then he slowly started walking towards the door. I wasn't actually ready to feed him yet, but he's been early the past couple days, I think. So, because I remember, I think it was a couple weeks ago, it was early, and yeah, he didn't show up. He was still sleeping. So I don't know if I've shifted his schedule, or just some days he just feels more like sleeping. Or I don't know if it's because the sun's been going down a little earlier. So I think I mentioned I bought an astronomical timer. So basically, I want to. We have a porch light or house light. My dad set it up years ago and basically put it on a timer, so it turned on at night. But it's really awful to set. It's one of these it's a really old school mechanical type, so it's kind of real fussy to set. And it was mechanically, I think it was starting to have problems because it would jam up and lose time. And but anyway, I was always annoyed because throughout the year, the time of day plus also daylight savings time changes kind of mess with when this thing needs to go on and off. And so finally I decided I wanted to get an astronomical timer. So one that actually goes on with the timing of the sun rising and setting instead of a 24-hour clock cycle. And so I learned that these things actually exist. So I said, "Oh, that's nifty. I'm going to get one of those one of these days." So forgot how long ago it was, but it was not that long ago I finally got it. And so I programmed it, and yeah, you had to give it, I think, the date of the year, the date, and the year, and they break it up into. I thought you'd program in the latitude, but they actually just give you regions. So you just say, what region are you in? And it's like, are you really far north? Are you really far south? Or are you kind of in the middle? And so it's not terribly precise, but good enough. But so I think that was maybe a month ago. I can't remember, but yeah, already I can see it's kicking in much earlier than when I first started. So yeah, we're losing the daylight. ironically, I think it's actually been getting hotter. So, as I mentioned, yeah, we don't really have fall here. We got basically an extended summer. And actually, yeah, in our extended summer, that's when the wildfires really get bad. So, yeah, I'm expecting the wildfires to get worse as we go through the extended summer. So, anyway, I think I want to go in early tonight. I'm actually hungry. And Scruffy's kind of far. It's not terribly far, but kind of far. So it's like he's on that line. I'm not sure if he's going to want second pets or not, but I think I want to go in unless he makes a move here within the next minute. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.